Good morning. It's Bernina Barb from Larson, Wisconsin, Primitive Gatherings in the studio. As you can see, the Stitch Brothers are not present. Luke, unfortunately, is ill. He can't talk, which is really pretty funny because he talks a lot. I'm just saying, you people have listened to him many times. So, yeah, he's home. He was supposed to be training people today, so Colleen had to come in and adjust her schedule, which was kind of her.
Yeah, you guys had me convinced it was Friday because Tommy was here. And I was like,
Yeah, Colleen usually is here on Friday, and so people are walking through and going, is it Friday? No, it's Tuesday. Everybody's mind is, after a long weekend and lots of turkey, we're all kind of, so I wanted to talk about thread recovery today, but we have a couple things to get to before that. Like, I don't have a lot of announcements today because it's the end of the year. The next thing I think is a coat class in January. We will have a schedule out on Bernina socials shortly, so that'll be up and running on the website as soon as it's firmed up.
the Bernina socials should be accessible on the interactive calendar up until I think June at this point.
Oh, okay, all right. From now till June, you can go out and find the dates, which I don't have.
Maybe you better check on
No,
that.
that's we're done. That was yesterday.
Yeah, that's an older one. All those flyers are.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is what it is.
Yes, we had Bernina social yesterday, but in January you can come and join us for a day of sewing and kind of decompress from the holiday season. It's a really nice way to get away for a day and do your thing instead of everybody else's. All right. We have some specials going on, of course, as usual, between now and the end of the month. Let me get my flyers out here. Now, between now and the end of the month, we have holiday specials, which include the 570 QE and the 770 QE. Both of those now come with their embroidery module free this month. All right, so that's a pretty good deal because the embroidery module is usually around $2,000. All right, so if you buy those particular machines between now and the end of the month, you can get your embroidery module free. I know a lot of people come in and they look at machines and they go, oh, I never use embroidery. And then I show them some of the things I've done with the embroidery module, and they go, well, maybe I would like to use that. So if you're kind of iffy about that, give us a call, make an appointment, come in. I can show you a whole lot of different things that an embroidery module can do. Lots of in the hoop projects. I've been quilting in the hoop. We have, I have a 3D pumpkin made out of wool that I have to put together. It's kind of like, Legos. I got to put it together. That I will be able to show you probably before Christmas. All right, what else do I have? We have a wish book out, which shows you all of the cool stuff that's available from Bernina, like Create Your Magic, which of course I do every day when I come to work. Yay, yeah. This is a great package. I'm in the process of moving and this is sitting on the floor in my new sewing room. I don't have my table and it's really difficult to use this on the floor. Just saying. All right. I think that's it for specials. We do have, Luke is out. Jake may show up for a moment or two, but I know that Jake has some really nice used equipment. So it is going to be Christmas time and you might want to look at something that's a little bit more affordable for a student or somebody who's going off to college, or even somebody who's just graduated from college. And we have some more affordable used machines that Jake has looked through, and I'm sure he could get you a list. If you call us, he can probably rattle it off from the top of his head. So if you're looking for a used piece of equipment, even long arms, he still has a few of those sitting in the back. So if you're interested in a machine, come and see us or call us, make an appointment. All right. Okay, so I get to occasionally walk through the retail area, and today I walked through the retail area, and this is the new laundry basket fabrics. This way. All right. Pretty, pretty. These are going out on the floor today. So if you like laundry basket type fabrics, it's going to be on the floor today. So Christmas is in the air, as you can see in back of me and beside me. And I like to talk about presents. Oh, speaking of Christmas in the air, I got a flat tree. It's perfect for people who have cats. You know, cats like to crawl up those trees and tip them over. But one of my friends gave me a quilted tree to hang in my new abode. So I have a flat Christmas tree. And somebody said, well, you could pin little ornaments to it. So it's like, well, now maybe I have to get some wool kits and make some wool ornaments for my flat tree. All right, tree. Well, I suppose I could talk about this one if I had the sheet. What did I do with the sheet? Not in the bag. All right. Oh, wait a minute. It's Jean Westfall's. I knew it. I knew it would come to me. It is a flannel. It's really cozy. Yeah, if Kaylee can get some of the. We didn't do Modern Meander. I don't think we did a different version of geometric on it. And it turned out really quite nice. So that is a different new geometric design that we've been working with, but that's Jean Westfall's quilt. It's like I said, all flannel. It's really cozy. Cute. Get you in the Christmas mood. All right. All right. I have one other quilt. I'll show it a little bit later, but I wanted to talk a little bit about thread breaks while you're embroidering, because this is the thing that makes people crazy. It's like, well, what happens if, it's easy to get recovered from something like that. I had PT earlier this morning, and I was talking to my therapist about what I had to do today, and it's like I have to come up with some stuff for the live. And he said, well, use Chat GPT. I said, what? He said, well, just put in Chat GPT what you want to talk about, and it'll give you an outline and fill it in. And it's like, well, I've never used this. So I came to work this morning and I pulled up Chat GPT, and I have here the result. And it's really kind of interesting using technology. I asked for an overview of the Bernina 790 Pro embroidery machine and the importance of thread break recovery. All right, so I get a whole outline. This is just amazing to me.
It's amazing, but you gotta make sure it's
accurate. Yeah, and it's relative. I mean, it's kind of sparse, but it was interesting to see that in what I've been reading here, it's pretty right on. But I I know that we have to fill in the blanks in a lot of things. And Kaylee and I have both been busy. She has been like overrun with things to do. But we want to get back to doing some videos. And one of the things I want to do with the video is thread recovery, because like I said, it really kind of freaks people out. But just a couple of topics. It says identifying thread breaks. Well, of course, that's pretty easy because your machine stops and it's not working. Thread break recovery process, advanced recovery techniques, preventing future breaks, and tips for smooth embroidering. So if you look up Chat GPT, it can give you some basic information, right? I did the same for the Q-matic. And since I'm not really familiar with the Q-matic, but it seems like it gave an outline of information, which is very interesting. How do they know this stuff? I don't know. But yes, in the future, Kaylee and I will be doing some videos when we can fit it into our mutual schedules. We've been really busy with primitive Christmas, getting ready for the holidays, and so we will be doing some video taping soon. But I wanted to show you what I've been working on most recently, and that is this, right? Okay, can we get that? All right, this is quilting in the big hoop using the embroidery module and picking out designs that were in the machine. I used the pinpoint placement feature that's on the 790 Pro and the 990, and I got these to pretty much fill the area that I wanted them to fill. This is really cool because I can, with the 990, I can scan this hoop. I can get the image of my quilt up on the screen, and I can place my designs pretty accurately. But it's still, I'm still kind of learning. It's still kind of a by guess or by golly sometimes. So it really turned out kind of pretty, and I'm going to continue to finish quilting this. But when you're doing something like that, yeah, you can run out of bobbin, your top thread can break, and a lot of people get frustrated with that. And it's a really pretty easy process because there's like 2 ways to get back to where you needed to be. And that's something that we're going to video, and it'll be out in a little bit, and you'll be able to see just exactly how easy it is to recover from doing something majorly wrong. The first time I was working with Susie Dowling, we were doing a bag in the hoop, and the machine, we were putting a zipper in, and the machine hit one of the zipper teeth, and it kind of got way off track. So we just stopped the machine, took the hoop off of the machine, just took a couple stitches out, backed the machine up, and ran it again. It was really a pretty easy process, but she was like freaked out because, oh my God, what do I do now? You hit the stop button, and then you recover, which is some of the things we're going to show you. All right. We have any questions out there? Anybody commenting? Questions?
Where do you get your quilting designs from?
Okay. The ones that I've shown so far have been resident in the machines, but like OESD is probably the best place to get designs. Like I know Luke has talked about machine designs that he gets off of the internet from places like, I think he talks about Three Sisters. I get embroidery designs. There's urban something urban threads or something. There's a large variety of places to get designs from. Some of them run better than others. Some of the things that are out on Etsy may not run the way they appear in the pictures. And as with everything, there's variables. Like sometimes the design that you see may be made with heavier thread or thinner thread. And until you get the design downloaded, you don't know exactly what kind of thread they used. So there's some things you have to consider when you're looking at designs outside of what's resident in your machine. So I hope that helps.
Going back to the quilt behind you,
Mhm.
is that invisible thread?
Yes, it is. It's invisible thread on the quilt behind me. Yes.
And then when you were talking about you were preparing your room or like you're moving stuff around.
Yeah.
She wants to know, are you moving closer to work or just downsizing? Do you wanna go over that?
I am moving closer to work. So Jake is here, going to join me.
Hi.
Yay!
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Every stitch tells a story. Wow.
Yes. Woo. Yeah. So, yeah, moving closer to work. Downsizing? No, I'm not leaving my fabric behind. Come on, be real. Not leaving the machines behind.
Not
No,
leaving the 990
good.
behind.
No, it's just sitting on the floor. I need a table.
Or what is the name of the Baptist stand that you use?
Oh, do you know that one?
I think it's just
Is that Three Sisters?
it's either Three Sisters, Urban Evolutions, or Willow Leaf, but it's just the standard Baptist fan.
Mhm.
It just says Baptist fan BQM. It's the one that we have.
Yeah.
But we only get them off of three different
there's
sites, so
yeah.
it's got to be one of those three.
Mhm.
And I know that was one of our first ones we got. So
Yeah.
it's probably from one of those three.
That's all the questions.
Okay, that's all the questions. Well, Jake, what can you tell us today? What do you got? What's behind the door?
Ooh, I got a good deal for somebody.
Okay, all right. Let me get this out of the way.
This was traded into us a hot second ago. Anybody knows what this is? This right here is an 830.
Oh, okay.
It's awesome. I think it's got around 10 million stitches on it. So it's got a lot of life left in it.
Mm-hmm.
If you know anything about these machines back in the day, this was a 12,000 plus machine.
Yep.
Traded it in on another 880. So I think that we're going to try to get rid of this one for like 1,500, which I think is a smoking deal.
Oh, yeah.
So if somebody wants to jump on that, unfortunately, the accessories for it are slim. It's just going to be the machine, foot pedal, power cord, and the slide-on table and the freehand system. That's it. So,
yeah, but
that's still a good deal.
It's
for
still
somebody.
a good deal. Yeah.
Because a lot of people, already have one of these. So a lot of the accessories, are universal on these machines.
Yep.
So if you're looking for a backup machine, or if you're looking for a machine that's just dedicated in a cabinet where you don't have to move it around and take it any places, this is where it's at. So
okay, I got a comment because when you said it has about 10 million stitches on, that's about a third of the life expectancy of these machines. Yeah. So you still got millions of stitches left. Mm-hmm. Millions.
Yeah, I mean, this thing, the stitch out I did on it, I mean, look at that, Barb.
So nice.
It's a well-performing machine. So if anybody's interested,
nice.
Even if you're out of state, I can ship it. We'll make it work. So
great Christmas present.
Great Christmas present. Great deal too. So
yeah,
somebody should jump on that.
Yes.
So that's what I got for used machines. We got a whole bunch of other used machines. I got 770s, 880s, stuff like that. We got a 770. I think we're selling for $5.
Which one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Used one.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I got another demo 790 Pro. So which means you could get a good deal on that and be the original owner. So
Yeah.
that's a deal to jump on. What else, Barb?
What's in the long arm area?
Oh, we're training right now. We got a couple in. They're going over their first training day, so that's pretty exciting for them. I got to schedule their delivery after today. So
When it's not snowing.
yeah, and then I got to figure out a time to take the rest of my vacation.
Yeah, that could be a
I got
problem.
4 weeks I got to take before the end of the year. So we'll see
Yeah,
how
well,
that works.
there's not 4 weeks left. Sorry to tell you. Yeah.
Usually works that way.
Yeah. I have one other quilt to show.
What do you
So,
got?
well, that's Jean Westfall's.
Gee,
But-
you outdid yourself again.
Yeah, isn't that pretty? Well, this is Pam, and Pam was at our facility, I think, last week. And this is her very first quilt. Very first quilt. Come on.
Wow, that is sweet. First quilt?
First
Is
quilt.
it like a turning 20 or what do they call these?
This
Something
is
like
Yellow
that,
Brick Road.
right?
This is Yellow Brick Road. All right. But she wanted something a little flowery in the way of quilting.
Yep.
And I think
this
this
is Bountiful Feather.
Bountiful Feather. Yeah.
Visible thread.
But it's such a sweet little quilt.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
First quilt. Don't you love it? Now she's hooked.
Hey, speaking of invisible thread, what is the brand you like to use for quilting?
Oh, we use the Aurifil Invisible. Yep, and it comes in smoke as well.
Yeah, I don't think we can show the quilting any better than on the back because
So
Yeah.
then in the bobbin we put a white.
yeah, there was white
Yeah,
in
a
the
little
bobbin.
off white. I don't know if you can. You might
Yeah.
have to like tilt it down. You can sort of see
Yeah,
that.
there a little bit.
Yeah, that's a beautiful back.
Yeah,
This print is awesome.
yeah, it's really cute. Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right.
Okay. Well, we are here ready and willing to educate, sell, repair. So, unless there's questions out
I
there.
have one question. for you.
Okay.
It's about your embroidery.
Yes. It's giant.
When you're embroidering words and you take it off the hoop, the words bunch up. How can you prevent or fix that?
Oh, yes, that happens a lot because you don't have enough stabilizer or
Yeah,
heavy enough stabilizer.
Didn't you have to double up the stabilizer on some of the Bernina shirts we did?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. There are a whole variety of stabilizers, and OESD puts out booklets on what they sell, of course, and how many different types there are. There are dozens. And so if you get a nice heavy stabilizer, you may only need one layer, but if you have a thinner stabilizer, you may need 2 or 3 layers in order to have that not happen. I always try to do a stitch out on something similar to what the final product is before I do the final product, because I have had that happen on things that I wanted to give as gifts, or I'm currently working on some shirts for my great niece for her equestrian group. And yeah, you really have to be careful with heavy designs or words. Okay. Anything else?
Yep.
Okay.
How's Jake's puppy?
Oh, Moby,
Oh.
he's almost a year now.
Woo!
Yeah, still chewing up the stairs.
Oh my God.
He was chewing on the wall the other day.
My bird does that.
Chewed up.
It's like,
I went.
knock it off.
Me and Madeline went to the thrift store and I got this beautiful, like oversized Sherpa coat.
Oh,
Right? And it had like hand stitched collars, and then I washed it and I hung it on my thing to dry. Right, and then when I came home for lunch, it was down, and just torn apart. You know, I mean, I only spent $15 on it, but it's like it'd have been so cool to wear at least once. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're doing that.
Puppy
But it's
training.
only when we're gone. Like he doesn't chew on anything when we're home. Or
Yeah.
anything like that.
It's anxiety. He misses you.
Well, he has his 2 other friends when he's there.
Yeah, I don't know.
But Yeah, he's
Yeah.
good. He's great. He's cute.
He's cute.
So soft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cuteness is definitely a survival tactic.
Yeah. Yes. It's
Yeah.
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 Yeah. If they weren't cute, sometimes. Yeah.
Right. What thread did you use in the bobbin with the invisible thread?
Orifil.
50 weight
Yep.
cotton.
With the cold weather, what is a good temperature to keep the Q series working in?
Oh, that's a good question because it's a computer. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a computer in there, and you don't want that sitting in a cold environment.
Yeah, definitely no sub-zero temperatures, that's
Mm.
for sure.
Yeah.
Anytime a machine gets brought in from service and here in the cold, I gotta let it sit and warm
Mhm.
up before I even plug it in.
Yeah.
So definitely, if you guys are transporting your machines in the cold, don't plug them in and start them up right away. Wait till they get to room temperature to start
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say no less than 45 degrees
Yeah.
up to 90, and then you got to look at humidity too. If you're
Yeah.
working in a very humid place, your stitches will
We'll suffer.
yeah.
We had somebody who comes like an hour away to come to Bernina Social, and her machine was in the back bed of her truck, not in her cab. And she had a little bit of trouble.
Mhm.
First thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had to let it wait and warm up. So, yeah.
Definitely, yeah. If you're transporting your machines in the cold, wait for them to warm up.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's
That's
all.
all.
Okay. Well,
What do we got going on before Christmas?
nothing.
Anything?
Nothing.
We had
We
our
had-
end of the year Bernina social party, which was
Yep.
awesome. So thanks to all of our customers who
Yes.
participated in that. I
Mhm.
know we gave away some good prizes and stuff like
Mhm.
that. I gave
We
away
had
a free cleaning on a Bernina, so that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
lots of stuff going on in the retail area downstairs.
Yeah.
Lots of pretty Christmas stuff. So if you're shopping in that area, you
Yeah.
could stop by and see us too.
I know all the blue quilts are still up. I don't know when they're taking
Yeah.
those down, but if you haven't been in to see that, that's
Oh,
amazing.
it's
End of
It's December.
like
End of
December
December, yes.
20th or something.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
got a little
Yeah.
bit of time to check that out. That's amazing.
It
the
is.
whole
It's
retreat center is decked
gorgeous.
out in all the blue and white
Yeah.
quilts.
Keep in mind, if you come on a weekend, you need to call ahead to see
Yeah.
if there's somebody there to let you in. And
Yeah.
For
see it.
sure.
2 more questions.
Yep.
Okay.
How much for the 790 Pro?
Mm.
Trade in? No trade in?
I don't know.
It's kind of a loaded question.
Oh,
Right around
it's
9, maybe a little less, depending on what we're gonna do.
It's Jim Armstrong.
Just give me a call.
Yeah.
Give me a call. We can work something out.
We know that gentleman.
Do we?
Yeah, we do.
Next one. When you quilt lots of mini quilts on the Q24 with the same background, do you pin each quilt since you can't clamp them? She wants to try it, but she's not sure.
If you have one giant back, I would just free float all those miniatures on them.
Yeah.
And you can even base around it if you really wanted to. The only thing though that a lot of times when we do miniatures, we're doing a miniature pattern design on it. And I like to not baste them, especially with small designs, maybe just the top, right?
Mhm.
But I like to have all of that stuff be able to work out because when you do small stuff, it
Yeah.
tends to want to bunch up towards
Yeah.
the edges. So
Yeah.
it lets it just quilt it right out. That's why that cup clip comes in so handy. If you have the 96 foot with the cup clip, you can just go right over the
Mhm.
edges of that stuff. And you don't need to worry about basing it down. You just got to kind of keep an eye on it to where like that stock number 9 foot that comes with it, if it hits the end, and it'll roll it right over.
Yeah. Not good.
But generally, I will just put them on there and then just keep an eye on it. But I don't baste them.
Yeah. No.
Maybe the tops, if anything.
That's all.
Okay. We got
some
winners. We got winners.
All right. So, number 1 winner, Michelle Gregerson. Congratulations. You are a winner. Number 2, Nancy Merritt. Did I say that right?
Yep.
Congratulations. You too are a winner. And last but not least, Susan
Wid.
Wid. You
Are a winner.
as well.
Yay!
So thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say if you're going to call us between now and Christmas time, we're going to be super busy. I know that I'm going to be taking vacation. So if you can't get a hold of us, call, leave a message, call back.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have my number that rings in my pocket, call that one.
Yeah.
That's a good one to call.
Yeah.
If
Or
you need
yeah,
direct
if you
help
have the
from me.
cards that have our names on, those numbers are our personal numbers. Okay. Yeah, personal. It's personal.
That's why
Only
hers
if they
is
have the
900.
cards.
Currently, right now, I have 36 text messages. So
We try to accommodate, but you know,
I feel like my
sometimes
mom
it's
now. I always look at her phone and she's got
overwhelming.
like 10,000 emails and 107 messages
yeah.
and
got a
49
headache.
phone calls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But we do like to hear from you.
yeah, so just be patient with
Yeah.
us from the first till the first of the year.
Yeah.
Because I know we're going to be taking some vacation. I am anyways.
Yeah.
I know that.
And I think Luke has some time
Yeah.
left.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah. But
Other than that,
Other
you
than
got
that?
anything else?
no. Except
Always remember to clean and
Clean
oil
oil
your
your
Bernina.